Hey y'all, this is Miss Sherhonda, and this is my story.
What's your story?
Gotcha. So for the people who don't know, tell them exactly where you from.
I am from Sherhonda. Leave that in here. Do not cut it out. I am from North Side 38, and I am the mother of NBA Youngboy.
Gotcha. So for yourself, growing up in Baton Rouge, and how it was for you.
It was basically the same as it was with my kids, because I had two brothers, and my brothers, they wasn't, they was popular, they was known, so it was like regular, I had two brothers that was known. Our house stayed full, all the neighbors and friends and stuff. Everybody knew who we was, and that's basically, how it was now. Even with my kids, when they was growing up, everybody knew who they was. Everybody was, at my mama's house, and they'll come over there and.
Gotcha. So far as at 38th Street and like 38 area, because because everybody got familiar with Baton Rouge from like Boosie talking about certain areas, but like I want to hear in the 90s, who was the most like popular person? I'm like from your area.
From our area, Nero and maybe MC Nero, and we really in our area didn't have a lot of rappers.
That's why I said like
yeah, we had like drug dealers. That was not, like, drug dealers was most known. We didn't have like real rappers in our area. Like Boosie and them, they had like Kevin Gates and Boosie and them, cause they from the South. Then we from the North.
So like like for the people who never been to Baton Rouge, like explain the difference from like South and North.
From the South and the North.
Yeah, like actually what separates them?
The North might be a little bit more polished. Like we might have had just a little bit more than the South. The South, like the Baton and stuff, it's like, the North probably just had a little bit more. Just a little bit, not much.
Right. Man, I always wanted to ask you too, I wanted to call you, like, did you think it was kind of weird that, but actually, I'm like, Google had a picture of like NBA Youngboy, like in the front of his house.
You know what? That's strange, because how would y'all? Who would even think to go and look on a Google map to see?
But you think that's AI?
I don't know. I don't know nothing about technology, but that is kind of crazy. I don't know.
Like how you got him at like 13 years old in front of the house on 30.
Yeah, like I don't know.
Gotcha. So, for yourself growing up, people always like hear your name and like affiliate, you with your son and your kids. But like, I want to get people to know who you are as a person.
For me, okay, when I only had two kids, I only had two kids first, and Kendell wasn't even born. I used to take Kendell and Tilly when they get out of school. I go to my mama's house, get them, and I go around the corner to the studio to help people, fix their raps and stuff, because my brother friend, they own the studio, and I used to go around there and listen. So I listen and I be like, that shit don't sound good, or that shit could be better. So I never used to say that. So one day I told a boy, I was like, maybe you should take this out and put this in. And they was like, it fit and it worked. And he was like, damn. And I told them, like, they had this boy, he thought he was the biggest rapper. And I was like, he rap better. So maybe he should be at the front and you should be in the middle. And they got kind of mad. But then once they did the switching and did what I asked them, they got better. They got much better.
Yeah, but you like AR, huh?
I don't know what the hell I was. I would just, bitch, you need to be in the back, he need to be in the front. That's all. I ain't know all the different words for it or whatever. I just knew what sounded better.
Gotcha. So, I always wanted to ask you this too. Like, if I interviewed your daughter, and she was like, because like the world just, they don't really see y'all ever really fully together, you and your son. So she said the reason why both of y'all don't really, get along because y'all the same sign.
Oh, yeah, listen, we both Libras. And with me and Contra don't have to talk to each other to communicate. Like, if I see something on the internet, if I see something that's, going down, they be like, well, did you see this on the internet? Did you see it on the internet? I be like, yeah, like, how you feel about it? I don't feel no type of way. Because my children know,
your heart.
Yeah, they know.
Gotcha. So, like just thinking about it, like, it would bring me back 20-some years ago, like, did you actually see yourself like being on one like rapper's mom?
Think about like 3 or 4 years ago. Did you think of yourself being
No.
Darren Senior?
No.
Okay, then no.
Right, like, bring me back to the first place where you was at when you were like, man, if my son is a rapper and like people are starting to talk about him.
Okay, I was at my mama's house, in my mama's driveway, sitting in my car, and so Kendell, I think it was Kendell and some of his friends, they was outside, whatever, and Kendell came to my car. He was like, "Say, Ma, I made a song," and I was like, "Boy, you don't know how to rap." He said, "I do," and I listened to it, and I'm like, "Damn." I'm like, "Hold on, you made this for real?" He was like, "Yeah, I made it." And I was like, "Boy, you cannot rap." And then he was like, a few years later, and then he said, "I told you I could rap." I was like, "And you still cannot rap." But he really was, when I heard the first song, I knew it. I was like, damn, Kendell can rap. And it's not just that he can rap. He was rapping better than some of the people that we heard on the radio, and that was like his first song.
And like, if you probably actually, I'm like, motivated him. And you probably
Well, like I said, because like when I used to go to the studio, he never really rapped, but he'd go in there and put the things on in the booth and just stand around in the booth and just, he wasn't rapping. He just had the things on, listening to the music in the booth, just listening. But, he was never rapping or nothing.
And I just saw him actually like say something about, after this incident actually that you told me about when he had to get the things in his head. Mm-hmm. He was like, man, people talked about him all his life. And so like, if that kind of like actually fueled the fire.
No, let me tell you. Contra had that halo on. So they was like, he got to go back to school. I'm like, he can't go to school with a halo on. And they was like, he has to go to school even though he had the halo on. So Contra was like, when he first went and like somebody teased him, he'll get mad. He would hit them with the fucking hard ass halo. You know what I'm saying? Like he'd hit them with it. I'm no joking.
How was the calls from school saying, man, your child was somebody?
No, they was like, Miss Sherhonda, Kendell, he feels like when someone makes him mad, he can, use his hands. And I'm saying to myself in my head, he can use his hands. But I'm like, Kendell, that's not good. Don't do that. But at the same time, I'm like, it's goody for their ass. Don't tease my baby.
Yeah, that was, like, I ain't like, he was like, I saw it in the movie, but I never saw nobody actually wear it.
Mm-hmm. Like, he always been a strong baby.
So, like,
he has always been.
But do you think that the halos, it were actually, too tight? If that's the reason why they gave him, one did on his head?
No, there wasn't too tight. No, that's how it is. Like, if you,
like that anyway.
Yeah, if you see someone with a halo, that's how it's gonna be.
Mm-hmm. So, but I know the story, and I don't know if everybody know the story. Mm-hmm. So, like, tell people how he actually ended up in the halo.
He was wrestling, playing with his friends, and fell off the bed doing the wrestling move.
But how old was he?
He was 4.
And so, how was that for you? Like that day, like, man, damn, my baby really hurt me.
Because we took him to the hospital, and the hospital sent him home with just a little thing on his neck. It was like he was gonna be okay. It's just a little simple fracture. And they sent him home. So he kept saying for a whole week that his neck was still hurting, like bad. So when we took him back, that's when they noticed they had to go put the halo on because they said a fracture had, I guess it got bigger or whatever. I don't know.
Dang, that's crazy. So, like, bring me back to, I'm like young Sherhonda, actually before kids. Like, how was life for you in Baton Rouge?
I was good. I stayed inside. I had my little friends or whatever. Like, I wasn't into boys. I was like a tomboy. Like, I stayed to myself. Like, I might go somewhere with my friends and stuff and come home and thinking about, boys and then just regular. Like, because my mom and my dad are like, they don't play that. Like, you got to be a little girl. You can't be going out and being in the streets and hanging out and stuff like that. They didn't do that. So, I stayed inside.
Yeah, because, like, you always hear you talk about stories, but you never hear who Sherhonda was before being a mom.
Oh, I just go to work, come home. I've always had like 2 jobs since I was probably 17.
So bring me to what day you actually quit. You like the day you quit.
I didn't want to quit because Fee was telling me you can't keep going to work, and I kept going to work. And like I think it was Contra. I don't know who it was, but my manager's like they was like you got to come off the schedule. I really did not want to start working.
And it's like, man, like,
Because I like meeting different people every day. I like meeting people. And like a few weeks ago, like probably a month ago, and it was like, I said that Kendell is rich. I'm not rich. I'm not saying Kendell, he'll give me whatever you want, whenever I want it. But I, miss in the interaction with different people. I like meeting different people every day. And that's how I am.
just imagine you working at Walmart. How you think your life would be like right now looking at it?
I mean, if people wouldn't swarm me, it'd be good because I still get to meet people every day.
So let's, hey, but right now it's going viral, so we got to jump straight into like,
What?
How do you feel like when you don't know people that's coming to take pictures with you and they really have like a negative approach and like
Because nobody.
I'm asking this exact question, like how you felt when that person like trolled you and said it after like, man, but I really want to take your chains.
See, you don't. Okay, first off, she came at me so nicely. And she was like, oh my God, Miss Sherhonda, can I take a picture? She was hugging me. She was being all friendly. Okay, that's fine. So afterwards, she probably did it jokingly, but I didn't know it was jokingly until I flashed out. And then they got in my DM and was like, oh, she was joking. She wasn't serious. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't know that until they said it. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like I'm very nice. I love taking pictures. I love, interacting. But at the same time, I will fuck you up. And then I don't even have to fuck you up. Because if somebody was to snatch my chain, somebody around me, they don't catch your ass even before I get to you. Because they don't play about us. And they got people that I don't even know that will get active for me. Like, even if we're in a club. If a man try to talk to me or something, I'm like, I'm good. And he keep, strangers step in. Say, move around. Like, she ain't feeling you. Get the fuck.
It was out of respect
Yeah.
for, the whole situation you got going.
Yeah.
I get it. That's why I was like, I always wanted to ask you. Like, even Friday was in the club,
Yeah. And I'm gonna say this right now. The little girl, they apologized. And I'm good now. We good. Like, I'll be her friend and everything. It's like, I didn't know at that time. So, you just can't really.
But you can't play like that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You can't really play like that.
Yeah, because like even Friday at Treehouse, I was still had my eye for you just in case somebody did like try.
Yeah,
because I can see I get phone calls like, man, they be like, wasn't you in Treehouse too? If something would have happened, I was like, yeah, that's crazy.
But then they don't even know like you was our friend before even this.
Right. Yeah. But
Yeah.
Before they would know that they would think I'm just taking a picture with you.
Yeah, you was our friend even before you became like this big media person. Right. And then let me tell y'all, Darren wasn't even this big 4 or 5 years ago. So it just goes to show you that people can come up.
When I actually met your son, I wasn't even doing interviews yet.
See, that's what I'm saying. You can actually fulfill your dream and come up within a few years. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. But when your son first got out of jail, Fee and Montana put me in the truck with him, and we went to like 3 different shows in Mississippi, and I didn't even do interviews then. I just got in the car, just drinking some Tito's. And I say, man, Youngboy got fucking, he got Frenchies on the ground, everything in the background that people don't see. That was on stage. I'm like, what the hell? and I'm like, damn, he doing like, it was 3 shows in one night, so I knew he was gonna be like and stuff. Mm-hmm. But like a lot of people don't know, I was a promoter. I actually booked Youngboy for Bayou Classic.
Oh, okay. But
he was wanted. So the people at Hollywood Wolf kept trying to play me like, who's the NBA Youngboy? They actually thought Ava 3-3 was Youngboy. But Youngboy actually went to jail the following day in Texas. Oh. But Bayou Classic, I booked him and Mr. Kane.
Okay.
So like that show was like he was really wanted. Yeah, that's how that's how the relationship really came, like with Montana and all. But it's just like I really booked him to do a show for Bayou Classic, but I didn't know he had all that going on. Yeah. But like, but when I told him, he's so like, a little nonchalant sometimes. We don't know people. I like, hey bro, but I saved you from going to jail that night. He like, thank you. I said, all right, bro. Because you remember he used to come walk in the bar.
Yeah, that's another. Because my baby is he nice. I mean, it's just like me. We give you the energy you give us. Like he nice.
I know he was different. He walked in the barber shop one time with a mustard shirt on, but like probably like $50,000 like on his pants. I'm like, this nigga is insane walking up in the water like this. I said, man, he really don't like he really who he's saying he is. He really don't care.
Yeah, because it's like with us, I feel like if I'm not fucking with you, don't mess with me. Like, why are you coming at me and I'm not even coming at you in no mean way, no disrespectful way? Like, for you to just either try to rob somebody, try to be disrespectful.
Right.
Yeah, you know, like you're a fucked up person, not the person that's about to whoop your ass because you started it. So why would you even have it in your head to do something crazy to somebody?
And he actually, like, I think even if he want a celebrity, if he gives me a person that minds his business.
Yeah, we don't. Yeah, it's good.
He give me like he just mind his business. It's usually people coming to him.
Yeah.
Yeah, gotcha. So you know, for the people who don't know, you know, it was your daughter's actually older than him.
Yeah, T-Lee, she older than him.
So like, explain how protective y'all are over her because you know she's the only girl.
But see, that's another thing. She's not wild. She's not out there. If you know her, you know her. But if you don't know her, you kind of miss her. You know what I'm saying? Because she not
If I didn't know
wild.
her better, I wouldn't think that was y'all child.
Why? She don't look cute like me?
No, I ain't say she got cute like you. It's like me knowing all three of your kids.
Yeah, she's quiet.
You know,
She's laid
like,
back. Yeah, she's quiet.
But actually, you know, I remember it was young Kendell. So
Oh, don't even bring him up. Oh
so
my
now
God.
I see him, I'm like,
See,
I said it's kind of funny watching.
But see, the thing with Kendell, with Contrell, you have to really bother Contrell. You have to push him or whatever. Kendell, he will crash out right then in there. Like it's like I'm going to jail. Just
right.
You know what I'm saying? That is no nothing. I'm going to jail. That's just it.
But I saw the
You don't think.
like, but he didn't always do that. Like I feel like he didn't always do that.
No, because he.
Growing up.
But see, he never was out. See what I'm saying? He always was with me.
Right.
Yeah.
But I still got the picture. Of him ever wearing my Nolazine TV shirt. And like now I see him on the internet like that ain't the same Kendell that was under me.
Yeah, Kendell got 2 babies. He got a girl and he just had a baby 2 weeks ago.
Shout out Kendell, man. Yeah, but you know who I am. Gotcha. So you know, let's bring it back because you know, if I asked you something a long time ago, I'm gonna ask you how it is like right now today. Like, how is your dating life being like a rapper's mom?
Let me tell you. I got this boyfriend. He's it's like I can have a friend. Well, I do have a friend, but at the same time, I like laid back people that's not really in the street. They're not really, you know, stand out or any of that because you don't know if you look at somebody that like want to talk to me because of who my son is or, you know, for what we have or whatever. You have to really be careful. Like, you have to be careful. I mean, it's different. I had found somebody. I was so in love. Then my heart got so fucking broke. But now I'm in love again.
So, like, how the conversation be going? Like, when you actually tell your son, like, man, I got somebody, I want to be serious.
I don't tell him that.
Because I know the man got to be like, man, I don't know how he's going to react when he meets me.
I mean, it's like my children do them and I do me. I don't be in their business. They don't
I ain't gonna lie to you. But the one you used to talk to, I used to be like, man, I think he gonna beat him up if he see it. But they were actually cool for a moment. But I was like, I say, man, this look like this might go.
No, but for real, he was a good person.
Yeah.
I love him to this day.
Yeah, we're gonna leave it right there.
Yeah, leave it right there. Leave that shit right there. And fuck you.
Yeah. Gotcha. So, you know, far as right now, like, you know, learning how to be I'm like celebrity mom. Hey, but actually, what has been some challenges with you, like actually trying to learn how to become one like full entrepreneur, like creating products and different things like that?
A lot of people be like, you wouldn't be this if they wasn't for your son, or is your son backing you on this or whatever. But like whatever we do, you know, he got our back whatever we do. But it's like, let me do me. You know, my kids are like regular kids. Like, do your mama come sit up in here with you? No, like
She never even saw this place.
you see what I'm saying? Like, and it's not strange because this is your thing. You know what I'm saying? If she come and support you and whatever, that's good. And if she don't, that's still good because this is your business. You know, all she got to do is pray for you and cheer from behind.
All right. Yeah, but like I don't think it should be people's business if he's back you not like. That's your child. Whatever he do for you.
Yeah, like, they be like, oh, young boy don't mess with his mama. Child. Mess with me.
I'm asking you this, like, do you ever wish, like that you actually had, like, a private life sometimes?
Oh, no, because my life would never be private.
I'm talking about, like, before, like, you like.
It wasn't private then.
Oh, it wasn't private then?
No, because, like, I'm a people person.
Right.
You know, I'm very open. I like, you know, being around people.
Gotcha.
Like I feel like okay, well, it's the difference between being private and hiding things. You see what I'm saying? Private is kind of like laid back and, and hiding things is like not showing certain stuff because you don't want certain stuff to get out. So, I mean, I'm not private.
Gotcha. So, I always want to ask this question because, like, this is a viral picture, but I want you to explain how you got the, bring me back to the same day and, like, how you got the phone call or however you found out when you saw your child in the club at a very young age.
Oh, no, I was at my mama's house and I came home from work and I was like, with Kendell. And she was like, oh, he went to his friend's house. I said, who? I don't know, the little boys down the street. So I go down the street, they're like, oh, Kendell, them not here, they went to the club. What?
And like, telling people for right now about how old he was at this time.
He was like maybe 9 or 10. No, he probably was, he had to be 10 because if I think my mom was still living.
What the name of this club was for the people who don't know?
What is it? The Renaissance Center. It's down the street for teenagers. It was like 13 on up, like 13 to 19 or something.
Gotcha. And like, did you actually go to the club actually looking for him?
Yeah, I went to the club and they was like, ma'am, it's $10 to get in. Mister, my son is in there and he's like 10 years old and I'm gonna call the police, bitch, move.
and like what he did.
Huh?
And what he did.
I couldn't find them because I'm looking around and they was like, oh, they just ran that way. And I'm looking and looking like they was like dodging me.
Dang, that's crazy. And like when you finally saw him, but did he tell you the truth?
Huh?
Did he tell you the truth when you finally saw him? Like,
I mean, I don't whip my kids.
No, I'm
I
actually like asking.
No,
like,
I'm like, I know you was in that club. Tell my son, yeah, we saw you too.
But he actually took a picture in the club.
Yeah, they took pictures.
Like,
I see it. Yeah.
Like, that's kind of crazy. Like, I've been in the club when I was young, but not no 9, 10 years old. That's a whole different type of level.
But like Contra always been a big boy. Like, he always hung with children older than him.
Yeah, cause he seemed like he was always the youngest, probably him at 3'3".
Yeah, he always hang with big boys.
Right. So like, explain that, like, cause like if a lot of people see you and it be like Monique hang with each other a lot, but like like do you?
She was our neighbor.
Right.
Like she stayed down the street from us.
So like, do you think it be like if a 3'3" is that brother, like it be like Youngboy always wanted? Cause like they were like they were like
they
hang each other so much.
Like best friends.
It's for a time that they really kind of was looking alike for the longest.
But my baby do not look like no 13.
No, when they were like had that
No, I'm just saying, yeah, they was friends. They stayed down the street and they control like all day, every day. Control get up, he's straight down there. 3 get up, straight down there. They like it's very close.
So tell the people, I'm like, what's next for you?
I just like to do things. I want to be in movies. I want to do interviews. Like, I like interviewing people. I like talking to different people.
Gotcha. And last but not least, tell the world, I'm like, what can they find you on social media and everywhere else?
Oh, Gaulden.Sherhonda. On Facebook, Sherhonda Gaulden. They got a lot of fake pages, y'all, and it's not me. Just find the real me. That's all. I don't know how to do it.
You gotta tell people, it like make you verified, man. You're a celebrity.
What?
Hey, all right, we done.
What's your story?